Good morning and welcome back to Rock Tumbling Weekly. And it's time to get tumbling. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is a weekly video journal of all my rock tumbling projects. So if you're interested in rock tumbling, stick around and you'll see everything that's in my barrels and the process that I go through in tumbling them. I have up to 9 barrels running at any given time. So there's a lot of variety and a lot of different tricks I have to use to tumble each different type of stone. And for those who have been following along on a weekly basis, welcome back. And I hope you enjoy the progress that I've made this week. Last week we had some electrical issues so that the barrels didn't get to run for their full 7 days, but today they have had a full 7-day run, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they look like. So let's get started. All right, we're back with Bloodstone, which has been in course for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And we're ready to go on to medium. Some of this isn't perfect, and the perfectionist in me wants to keep it running and running and running. Like, I might have to just take this one out. It's so pitted. Quartz does not seem to be helping it. Yeah. So I will go through these, cull out some that aren't ready for medium, and put the rest in 12220 grit. Like, yeah, look at that. That is not going on. All right, you're moving on, Bloodstone. A quick note with this piece of bloodstone here. If you've ever heard of the term undercutting with tumbling, this is an example. It's when you have a rock with 2 different materials that have a different hardness, and the softer one grinds away first. And so you end up with these pits or uneven surfaces because the softer portion is going first. And if you know you're tumbling a stone like that, it's more an advanced tumble and you have to take more care with it. But if you're wondering what undercutting is, this is an example. Amazonite is, that was really a weird way of saying that. Amazonite is finished with quartz. I'm really happy with how this looks. It's super smooth. You know, there are a few tiny crevices on some, but I think that medium will work on those a little bit more. But these are looking really fantastic. I am so in love with this batch. Yeah, these are really fine. See, yeah, that one, but yeah, that one's got some issues. I might keep this one for myself then. Beautiful. All right, on to medium. The black onyx is out of its 2nd week in course, and I am really in love with this stone. I mean, clearly it's not all black onyx. You know, these are just some of the surprises that we get when we buy rough and when we tumble it. And although I was kind of hoping for just a batch of really black onyx, I'm just super surprised and happy with this mixed color, you know, lot. This definitely needs more coarse. There's lots of rough patches on these still, but I am really happy with it. Of course, I can't call it black onyx when selling it, but I may just call it like fancy onyx or something, because it's super fancy. All right, back to course with you guys. Look at this big, purple, beautiful batch of amethyst. It is so fantastic. Oh, it's getting closer. It's run in course, I think about 3 weeks now. And we're at the point where some of it needs more course and some of it does not. What I'll do is I'll take my little basket reserved for those ready to move forward, and I'll go through this batch and separate out the stones so that the ones that are ready to move on just don't get beat up even more in the process. They're ready for a rest. All right. Here is Hematite after it's run in fine grit 500. And you know, now that I've eliminated all the stones from this batch that I don't think were actually any good, this batch is looking much more positive. I'm happy with what remains here in the batch. And what I'm going to attempt to do this week is I'm going to give this a wash. I'm going to put it in extra fine grit for a couple of days, and then I'll put it in some polish. And next week you'll get to see what it looks like after a couple of days of polish. We'll see how this turns out. If you're wondering why I have a paper towel under this one and I don't on any of the other stones, hematite will rust in water. So it produces a lot of rust water during the polishing process. And if you let stones that are not perfectly clean touch fabric, it will stain it. So this is preventing the staining of my drying mats. Here is the mixed quartz, and I made a mistake with this, or just a minor oopsie, in that I forgot about it during the week. There were multiple steps that I was going to take. It had finished its fine grit stage 500, and I was going to wash it, put it in extra fine 1000 for just a couple of days, then wash it and put it in polish. But I got it into the extra fine and then totally forgot about it. So, and then I forgot if I had actually changed it out or not. But here's a really quick test. Did I actually put this in polish or not? I'm going to take one, I'm going to dry it off with my shirt here. And you see how that's dull? This hasn't been in any polish at all. Now it has been in extra fine for several days, so it really is really silky smooth and ready for polish. But that's a quick test. Has it been in polish or not? So now I'm going to give these a cleaning for 24 hours and then put them in their actual polish. This is the batch of Rhodonite that's been in polish for about a week and a half, and it's in cerium polish, cerium oxide. So I'm just going to give it a little rinse and to dry. And ooh, that is looking really, really nice. I'm really happy with that. Let's pull another one. These stones are due in to the rock tumbling contest by August 15th, so I don't have too much more time to work on these. This one's not quite as polished. It still has a little shine to it, but it's not quite as bright as the other one. Let's see. Might even use my shirt. Get it nice and dry. Yeah. Yeah, these are looking nice for sure. What I think I'm gonna do is rinse out this batch, give it a good cleaning, and put it into another run of polish for a couple of days and see if that shines it up a little bit better before I pick my top 5 favorites and send those off to be judged. Looking good. This is Kambaba Jasper, and it's been running in polish for 2 weeks. Time to check its level of polish. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Wow. This is really looking good. Yeah, Kambaba Jasper is also known as Crocodile Jasper, so if you're looking for rough, you can find it under either. Wow, this is a really, really nice shine. Wow, I'm really happy with that. Ooh. Let's see, one more. Let's dig down in there. Yeah, okay. This looks fantastic. I'm really happy with this. So I'm gonna call Kambaba Jasper complete. Its next phase is to run in a cleaning cycle called Burnishing, in which I make sure that all of the polish residue has been rinsed off of the gemstones, and their polish can really shine, because dried polish can dull the surface of stones. Wow. Whew, so nice. All right. So at the end of the video, you'll be seeing the finished product. All of the barrels have been checked and recharged as needed, and it's time to look at our logs. We've been following along with Amethyst as I record everything that I do in this process. And this week I just made a note that I split up the batch, and then I continued the coarse grit with what was left. It was about 2/3 of that batch. And then I have my barrel list right here, and I've got many in the wash phase right now. So I'll be back in the workshop tomorrow to get them to the next phase, and then I have to remember to put hematite in polish midweek. I'm done for the week. I have a couple of things that I need to do midweek, about 3, maybe 4 barrels that need some attention tomorrow. I need to switch them from the wash to their next phase, and then hematite I'll take care of in about, both rhodonite and hematite I'll take care of in about 4 days and see how they're doing. So thanks for joining me this week, and if you'd like to see weekly progress on all of my projects and you're interested in learning how to tumble gemstones, then make sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button so you'll see every single week when I post a new episode. Have a great week.